Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have two public matches for you. The first one here is the Westwoods, followed up by our second map here, which is the Dunker Church. Haven't seen Dunker Church in a hot minute, so I'll be excited to watch that. Thank you to our Patreon members for the support. If you'd like to support, go to the link in the description where you can get live streams of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage of all the events we do with no commentary and UI. With that being said, we got about 170-man server right now. Officers for CSA, you got Arctics, Tien, Maze, and Joseph. For Union officers, you got Krabby Brute, Bubba, Viking Grant, and Rally Trooper. It's about a 4-man imbalance in favor of CSA, but which isn't too crazy. Co-commentating with me today, we got KennedyFREAK. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm KennedyFREAK. I'm almost entirely a public officer. I don't really do much of the regimental stuff, so I should have a pretty unique take on some of this.
Yeah, and it's I greatly appreciated that you're able to come on here and give that perspective. So, Westwoods, it's a Union attacking map. Would you say you officer more Union or CSA?
I'm almost exclusive the Union. I've done CSA a couple times during Union.
So, what would you give, if you were in charge of the whole Union team, what would you say they should do strategy-wise? I wonder if I'm...
Honestly, it really depends on how CSA starts the round, and it looks like they're sticking it out pretty defensive early on, which is a really good thing for the Union team. If they move up and establish good fire superiority positions, this should be a quick round.
It should be. I mean, CSA has kind of spread themselves out very far apart here. It can be risky on a smaller size server just because you're so spread out. I mean, Arctix has his guys far back on the left. Who's right? You have Joseph. They're up on the snake fence. Some CSA are going down the middle of the map. Major Slumpy. I don't know what he's doing. But...
yeah, there's the first swipe of the round. Looks like CSA had their smaller company wiped.
Indeed. And you got Tien. He has, his name says 1K hours certificate, but he's level 11. So, anyways, he's pushing up the right side. CSA has like half their team's playing aggressive, which is great for Union. Bubba's up there kind of engaging.
Yep. As long as they're not working together.
Yeah, I think that's
as long as they're not working together, Union should have an easy time on this ground.
Exactly. Lobbing up communication is very critical to win, especially with the current meta of the flag response. So, this group's getting charged out. Tien is. They're getting hit from the side. Flag bearer able to make it out, but I mean, 2 charges and CSA's taking a hit. Fair amount of tickets already. So yeah, Union kind of claiming the field right now.
Flag bearer, you need to follow me. I was your officer. My whole company's in front of you, dude. You need to get your head out of your ass.
CSA's fallen into what I call the defensive trap on this map. Union tends to have a rough time about it if CSA stays in the trees and plays a real close team and just kind of circles around the point, wiping whatever they hit. But with them holding back with half their team, they're just allowing Union to full field control and wiping whoever kind of wanders into the forest.
That's very true. Very true. It can be very hard for anybody to figure out where anyone is in the woods, but as you say, if Confederates holding back, yeah, it can make that easier for Union. So, looks like as Confederates reform, we got a little downtime. So, what got you in the War of Rights, and when did you get the game?
Break your loads and fall back to the defilade.
Honestly, I'd been eyeing it for a while, and it was when I got my new laptop that I really got it. I got into it about, I think it's about 2 years ago now, back when COVID was in full swing and I needed something to do and fill my time.
Yeah.
But that seems about a lot of people that are playing the game right now.
Yeah, I got it, what, June 2020? So I got it around COVID time too, and well, a little before it started, but once I got my laptop out of high school, still with that laptop here. But Union's charging CSA, who are kind of reforming at spawn, keeping the aggression up. I like it.
Well, great. Please don't.
It's a good idea, honestly, if Union can keep the troops flowing in here, but it doesn't look like it's going that well for them.
Yeah, they are winning, but they're taking a few amount of casualties. As long as they can hold and keep their flags up, that's really all that should matter.
Yeah.
That's true. It looks like CSA is kind of just sticking too isolated.
Toward the star. Toward the star.
Yeah, that's a thing I saw last night in the Ghost of Antietam event. They played Westwoods as well, and Confederates got down a whole morale stage because the Union just kept picking them apart as they were spread out. CSA almost won the game because Union recapped when they were on engage and CSA was on taking losses, and they lost it. So CSA was able to regain a whole morale stage at the 20-minute mark. Yeah, that was something to watch.
Below the tree, just below the tree. West, southwest.
Yeah, that is definitely something you don't want to do as Union.
How far?
I've always cautioned newer players against capping the point early at any time on Westwoods. It's just not an easy to hold point for Union on defense.
Yep. Yes, they spawn definitely a lot closer, but yeah, Union's starting to push up on this right side, getting closer with CSA. CSA's kind of forming a defensive line a little bit into the woods, but
I can't see him. I can't see him.
So many winders in this
It's a
regiment.
great
Holy
idea,
shit.
but I would say it's probably too little too late.
Hey, we're getting
Union's in the route to almost completely encircle this portion of the map. If these two companies, though, can group up and push Union, they may be able to get them out.
Pretty hard.
yeah, you got that one Union group falling back. I mean, they're outnumbered almost 2-1. Viking Grant's pushing himself up to the side. CSA's trying to take the fence where Union's holding right now, which I don't know why they do that. They're going to hit down engaged. But Viking Grant's hitting the side of CSA.
Come here, you fucker! Club your ass to death!
Looks like Viking got a good flank out on him.
Yeah, great flank.
Probably would have gone a little bit better if the other Union group had stayed a little
And
bit
that's-
closer and hadn't pulled back as far.
Holy crap, you're not kidding. CSA gets engaged. And CSA is trying to countercharge. Arctics is charging in here. And Union's falling back, which I've said this a few times before, but when the enemy is right on top of you, don't fall back at that point. At that point, you might as well engage. Maybe the flag should fall back, but I mean, Union fell back. They took a fair amount of casualties there. CSA barely took any, if any at all. Not like it matters because Union's ahead by
Looks
so
like
much.
Krabby's about to. Krabby's coming right back up after that charge and is going to swing right back into Arctics here. Let's see how it plays out for him.
Should be good. They have their shots. CSA just clumped up in the open there. Holding on it definitely, but in the open. Oh, these guys are hitting their shots. CSA falling back. Union to get pushed off the snake fence over there, just falling a little further back, but... So, one question I have is regarding... So you've played pubs almost exclusively. Why have you chosen the pub life over joining a regiment? Have you ever considered joining a regiment?
I had considered it earlier on when I first started playing, but I just came out of college 2 years ago when I got it, and over time I've gained more responsibilities, and I just don't really have the time for playing as much as I'd want to anymore. Falling in with that, I prefer the chaos of the public rounds. It feels a lot more like what the real war was, which a lot of these men that are playing the privates, the NCOs in the real war, these were a lot of new drafty recruits. You wouldn't expect them to work in a well-oiled machine.
Right.
And that chaos can bring in some really unique events that you just would not see in regimental play.
Left side, left.
That's very, very true.
If you pick the NCO slot,
And CSA's kind of charging out this Union group that kind of went forward. Union's flanking on the side, though. You got a big charge about to happen. I think. Yeah, here they go.
Keep going. Watch the friendlies.
Looks like Union just completely collapsed on that right flank.
Yeah, and I mean, CSA's still trying to push through, get some retreating guys, but they're about to be switched.
I think they got caught with their pants down. They didn't realize they were being clear.
Friendlies, watch for friendlies.
Yep.
Victory! Stab their bodies, take their pants off.
But yeah, Union's almost at engaged. Confederates are almost down to taking losses. I mean, this is just efficiency on part of the Union.
Oh, indeed. And it looks like the Confederacy's taken this time to really retake that fence in front of their spawn. I'm wary of watching them. They may try and push in onto the left flank of the map. If so, I think that's going to be a bad call on their part.
Yeah, CSA at this point, I mean, I think they should turtle, try to force Union to cap the point to maybe regain some tickets. But, I mean, CSA's in a tricky spot, down by this much, with only, what, 14 minutes, 13 minutes into the round.
There is some options for them here. The far south side of the map closest to CSA spawn is a really defensible position for Confederacy on this map. It's a little heavily wooded and has a nice little hill in the middle of it, meaning Union's going to have to get a lot closer than they would be comfortable with CSA here.
And Union movement starting to get close to CSA spawn. You got Rally Trooper pushing his guys up. Very outnumbered, but trying to keep up that pressure. You also got Viking Grant doing the same. Yeah, CSA really seems to like this side.
Volunteers Company. Oh, they always love the northern side of the fence. It's a nice little spot as Union can't push up far enough right there to get a good shot on the fence line.
Hold the fence, hold the snake fence. Independent fire to the northeast, boys. Independent fire. Follow them back.
That makes sense.
Independent fire, boys. Shoot them down. The northeast.
Who's that? Goat Liquor, what's up, my brother? How you doing, Goat Liquor? I hear the shots still to the left.
Goat Liquor, that's what Taliban does.
Jeez Louise. There's a CSA guy down there named Goat Liquor, and everyone's commenting on his name. What is this? P. Diddy as CSA drummers with the Union line.
What are you doing here?
Guys, I really like black people.
Get your ass up, you goddamn rebel! Back to your lines.
I'm actually like, oh shit.
There he goes.
Oh, poor P. Diddy.
He tried his best. CSA starting to really push up on this side. Looks like Krabby Brew is also assisting Viking Grant, and then Rally Troopers, again, taking his guys around the far side, going to try to hit the CSA on the side.
Rally's
CSA
playing
still
a risky game with this area.
You're pushing, boys. Get ready. Press B. Oh, there they come! Defend yourselves!
I mean, if he catches them off guard, it's going to be great, but again, that's the whole chunk of CSA team.
I think I'm supposed to be here, guys.
Rally also has to contend with the out-of-bounds timer. That area is right against Union's play space. If they go too far left, then they can't move at all.
So CSA charged forward and retreated at the same time as Rally went in. Rally's guys got wiped. It's not terribly surprising, but did catch him off guard. Krabby Brute's now going in.
Charge on those rocks. Charge on those rocks. Flag, stay back here. Flag, stay back here.
Why is someone playing Magic? CSA hits taking losses. And I think Union's going to win these rocks because you got a good chunk of CSA just sitting back.
I think CSA may actually win this engagement as they still have a flag up at point.
How am I still
There it
alive? What the
goes.
fuck?
Oh, the rest of CSA that are holding back are now charging in. Viking Grant is now up here. Probably a respawn for the flag, but
Friendlies, go flags, go right
there goes the rally. Viking regrouping.
Here, everyone charge. You're the whole union here.
this is great for Union. I mean, trying to spread out charge, always going to be great for attackers. A lot of skirmishing out of line deaths.
Oh
And
yes.
only a couple CSA they're going to get out. At least try to anyways. Jeez Louise.
Union can't pursue any farther due to that out of bounds timer, but they really took a bite out of CSA there.
Yeah, phenomenally
Tickets that they
played.
could not afford.
That's right, boys. Full kill.
It's almost a morale stage difference. Now they just, please don't cap. Please don't cap. Please.
You can always trust a level 3.
Praise be. I was watching a roulette match, and CSA dominated the game, right? They're up maybe a whole morale stage. They're about to hit Union into breaking because Union turtled in their spawn. And so CSA is just slowly whittling them down. But it's taking a while because when Union turtles on that map, it's hard shots. And CSA is whittling them down. And then 3 CSA guys decide to cap point for the fun of it because they were bored of just sitting and shooting. Some of those guys were level 100s, so CSC team was not very happy when they capped the point when the Union was still at taking losses about their breaking.
That is always the most devastating of circumstances right there. Taking losses early cap, which it looks like Union
Please.
may accidentally do.
Who's on point here? That I wish spectators could see where
Krabby's
the cap point
gotta-
was.
Krabby's sitting right on it.
I think
I
Vike.
don't think
I think it. Wait, where is point? Oh, I was completely wrong where point was. Yeah, no, you're right. Krabby Brute is. And I wonder if the Union group
It
up here, but
looks-
CSA is going into the point. Why would they?
Make a line,
Okay.
make a line. Everybody ready to charge?
They're trying to flank around the Union guys and get them, but they just. I don't know if it would have happened,
no,
but
CSA got baited.
I'm shocked CSA went out.
I think this is going to be a bad day for Union here.
Probably will be, but I mean, Union does have tickets to burn.
Krabby can't.
Yeah, Union, that company got wiped. Krabby's trying to flank around.
We beat the British for this. We beat the British and now we're...
There we
Union's
go.
going to win this, but I think that one maneuver right there put Union on the back foot. CSA has a little bit of momentum to maybe try and swing it from this big of a lead.
I can't see him. I can't see him.
The only way I see CSA coming back is if Union caps when they're taking loss or before they hit breaking, which I don't think Union's going to do at this point. DSA trying to charge out Krabby Brutes, guys.
I can't see him.
No.
Charge him out. Get him the bayonet.
There goes Krabby.
His group going down. That might force Union into taking losses. I think this is
I think
Vikings. Vikings group is the last one alive for Union, but he's kind of pulling back. Union respawning at main. So, Viking Grant's quick timing
the
through the woods.
Some people aren't nerds.
He's taking his time.
He's taking his. I mean, he's got the sweet time.
We might have make him breaking here in a second, so we're gonna capture in a second.
I mean, communication. If Union's going to want to do one coordinated charge, is going to be important here. How in public matches? So, how do you like to communicate generally? Through text chat, run around with the officers, or just kind of wing it?
Well, damn.
It's a good mix. I try and keep an eye on text chat, but I'm a little too chatty in my line. I typically like to send a runner from one company to another if we're close enough, or if we're right next to each other, run over and talk to the officer, because you can't get all the information through text chat. There's just too many nuances and little things that you won't be able to tell through chat.
It's very true. And speaking of communication, Rally Troop ran right into Bubba and Viking Grant as well. So one Union company is kind of circling around the far side. Both sides about to go down to their next stage. Oh, Viking got shot. Good Rambo shot by Mini Salty, even though Ramboing's bad. Pays the price. And in the end, Kappa gets the kill. Love Kappa, but
uh-oh.
Ticket deficit.
This is very bad for Union. They're grouping up right on point. They move any further forwards, they're going to accidentally start a cap.
It'll be close.
CSA
I mean, they
can temper themselves.
Which it doesn't look like they are. Artix is moving forward here with a major slumpy. Rally Trooper's going to push his guys forward. I think they're going to try to find the CSA and knock him down, but little do they realize CSA is about to hit him on the side.
Unfortunately, I think that move by Artix may spell their doom.
Union hitting, taking losses. Rally Troopers guys that went forward got wiped. You have Krabby Brute, who's now turning to the right and hitting the remaining CSA. Point is in Union favor right now. Holy crap. That CSA group in the back's got to push up. What are they doing? What are they doing?
Charge, boys, charge on me.
Now they're why did they sit back for so long?
Union win.
Wow. Your thoughts for the round, Kennedy?
One regiment,
CSA just played too defensive too early. Let Union establish too much field control, and it was just a shutout from the start.
Yeah, I mean, Union played this as effectively as you should. CSA, I mean, they just spreading themselves a little too far out at the beginning. But, I mean, it's going to be a hard map for CSA regardless. I think turtling back more. Turtling is, I think, a really good method, but it's so hard to do in pubs. I mean, people come on pubs, at least I know when I go on and play pubs, I want to go play and have fun, not sit back in my spawn and wait time out. But it can be hard to turtle, but I think it's a valid way to win.
I found that CSA tends to have the best luck on West Woods when they're aggressive along the south side of the map. They tend to lock Union out of that court pretty often, but it definitely requires a lot of discipline, which is hard to have in pubs.
Indeed. That being said, we'll see you in the next round. And here we are with round number 2. Server size about 170 right now. Holy crap, someone from Union is both downvoted and server muted. I have not seen that before. People are still... That's actually crazy.
Oh, that's
a heck of a thing. But Officer CSA got Major Slumpy, SC Volunteer, Savage, Artix, their artillery, nobody. Union, I don't know who the officer is for the top company. You got Rally Trooper, though, Falcon, Viking Grant for the artillery. You got GRT Bear, Union having 16 on artillery, Confederates having 5. I mean, that's going to be... what? You got 10-man imbalance in favor of CSA in terms of infantry. Unenlisted players about even, so I'm not really counting that. So, Union's pushing up the left side, which is not what I historically see. But you have a Union company going down the center and the right. But Kennedy, what do you think Union should do to win?
Honestly, you're going to catch 22 either way. Left side is definitely the riskier play to play, especially when you have the entire team for the most pushing left.
Oh, wait a minute. Could you say that one more time? You're kind of in and out on my end.
Union's kind of making a risky play over here on the left. It's just really open. If they had one company trying to sneak in to secure a foothold, it may work, but with 3 of the 4 CSA companies over here, I think Union's going to be shut out on the left.
Yeah,
But
you got Viking
that,
Grant.
It looks like Viking.
Yeah, he's going down that right.
Yep.
He's got 5 guys in his company, though. One of them dies.
5 guys in the right place can make the world a difference. Please.
Can definitely distract a lot of people, that's for sure. This is odd.
Hold on. Really from Chicago? Just hold here.
I think the best use of Vikings company here could probably be to harass artillery. That's a lot of free skirmishing and out of line tickets that they could take advantage of.
It's very much so. You have a couple of CSA infantry going that way. I don't know why, but what are your thoughts on artillery?
Artillery on this map is very hit or miss. They are all in very good positions, but you're under fire so much as a CSA, you can't effectively use it. While as Union, you have a lot of indirect fire from the rear battery and a lot of pressure in the front battery.
Right there.
Right here, boys. Right here in front.
Indeed. But outside of this map, what do you think of artillery in general?
Honestly, I think a good artillery team can 100% sway the course of a round. But a lot of people have trouble setting fuses. It's just hard to gauge a distance, typically. There's no real way to measure it unless you're going into the training range, but a lot of people will never visit the training range over the course of their playtime.
Right.
Save your stamina, do not press
Little hidden
C.
spot there, but CSA is pushing really far up, which I mean is confusing for me because if the attackers are not going to push you aggressively, why would you push yourself out into a position you don't need to take to get closer to the attacking team? It's not like they're getting some advantage by doing this.
You gotta beat them. Take aim.
Hey, I need 2 guys to come with me to wipe out this game.
Load. Did they hit us?
It's just a risky maneuver. And they are they going for artillery?
Oh, there's just a couple of them are. Which are the rest of them? I mean, if this company or two starts going for the artillery, Union should charge these guys out, try to cut them off. I mean, when the defenders are still willingly going to go so far into your territory, you might as well.
Yep, that's a Yankee. Shoot that Yankee. He's reloading.
What the heck?
All right, everybody, hold fire. Prepare to move.
I genuinely don't know what they're doing here. This is very aggressive. A singular canister round from a 3-inch gun here could spell the end of CSA.
Which, I don't know where that gunshot went, but... What the... The Union company's falling back from that hill, maybe repositioning. This is such a weird match of dunkers. CSA's trying to push the center hill?
Hey, officer.
What is rally? Look to your left!
Well, it looks like Falcon's actually reading the situation pretty well. He's going right to try and get at least another flank open. If that CSA company kind of sits there, and
he's sitting back.
Their flags out. They're moving their flags into the field. I'll be honest. Typically, you don't see this in pubs at all unless someone feels confident enough that they can hold the battery.
What the heck? I kind of find it funny. Half the CSC team is sitting back in the woods. The other half is kind of pushing Union artillery. And Union's finally moving towards the CSA that have pushed themselves so far forward. And CSA's charging Union artillery, or at least getting very close. I can't tell.
That's going to be a wipe for those two CSA companies. They're about to be faced with almost half the Union team here.
Charge into him, charge into him, bite their balls.
CSA, I think, is trying to get out of here. You might be able to.
Keep sprinting, keep sprinting.
In situations like this, it'd probably be best for CSA to run their flags into the cornfield and out of line for the respawn here.
It's going to be tight. Yeah, I mean, if you're a defender and you're losing a flag this far out, that's not going to be good for you. Some CSA guys are trying to save that flag, but I mean, they're not going to. They're just dying out of line. And Union should push this. I think they are. Rally's going.
Union's got full reign to push this. Due to CSA sprinting up to the battery earlier, they're going to run out of stamina before they hit that fence.
Keep going, boys. Keep going.
This is called wiping in detail. This is wiping in detail.
You rebel scum.
You destroy the enemy.
Are the Confederates going to keep falling back, or are they going to try to hold this? I mean, they don't have an officer there. That flag bearer is now starting to move back.
And it looks like Artix isn't even aware that they've been flanked.
We still got our flag.
Well, that's an unorthodox way for the Union to kind of win this map, but hey, you take those. Or at least win the ground.
Yep. Looks like a couple of CSA guys are going to try and hold this fence, but they're going to get overrun real quick.
And the officer did not like that the Union kept going.
Run.
Or at least this Norrin guy. And Union, yeah, Union's going to keep... I mean, Union should. I mean, once Union gets back into the woods, it's very hard for CSA to get them out of the woods.
What makes it worse is that they're in the most defensible part of the woods. That snake rail right there is going to make any CSA push to try and remove them very difficult.
Very true. A couple of Union Rambos kept, or I guess a couple of Union guys rather, kept pushing towards where the CSA is at. And I mean, they're getting a couple out of lines here. They themselves will die out of line, but...
Run, boys, run. They're right here.
No way you get a grug death. But yeah, Union's got that corner position. Looks like they're now going into the woods.
I think this is where we may start to see the snowball.
Oh, I hear.
Drive is coming! Drive is coming!
And one CSA company is about to get wiped.
It's fine. Just kill them all.
Both of them might get wiped here. You got Rally Trooper moving up on the top right as well. CSA's going to hit to engage any second. There they go.
Looks like Artix's company still has no idea there's a unit in the forest behind them.
Hey, wait, is my man dead? Is Hattie dead? Oh no, Hattie's fine. Oh, I thought you died. Good, you ain't dead.
And yeah, Savage is moving into the woods. I don't know if he's investigating or going to charge, but Union is here and ready.
I'm a
Union's
little
going to
worried.
charge him up.
Falcons.
Brace independent fire.
CSA has their full force concentrated at point right now, while Union's down a company. I think we may see Union get wiped here over the course of the next 2 minutes.
What?
Come on, boys, keep moving.
Yeah, Falcon if that's Falcon in the distance for Union, keeping those guys back. I don't know why he's holding so far back and shooting. You're not getting any kills. And I think Union's won the charge on the center. Holy crap.
I'll genuinely say I'm surprised by that. CSA should have had him dead to rights there.
I know. Union officers not spawned in, though. Mr. Romulus going for the flags. Good decision on his part, but I mean, not going to make when you charge in the whole Union team.
Uh-oh. Union's making the mistake of trying to dig out the church.
Close your eyes, they can't see you. That's it. Close your eyes, they can't see you.
It's a fucking friendly you now.
Yeah, Union's holding around. Falcons, I think, is pushing up now in the center. CSA respawns are gunning at the church.
I think that's the biggest mistake they're making right there. They're not grouped up. They're going to come in piecemeal and get ripped apart one at a time.
Cup of Joe. Get your fucking slight horse. Thank God. Cup of Joe's a terrible flag. Come on, press D. Follow let's go.
Hey, we're moving.
You gotta get off of the
Guys behind us.
And CSA is just holding on that line there, just popping shots.
Looks like Union's now the one digging into the church.
And some CSA are now charging out at them. Union's about to engage. Union's got the nipple position, which very hard for CSA to take. Union falling off the church going into that. Mr. Demoted and Muted, last one to leave the church. Which, that's impressive.
Union is about to get a rude awakening at the nipple.
You fucking suck.
Very bad.
They haven't realized CSA has rolled an artillery gun northwest. It's got a perfect line of sight for canister rounds.
Well, all the CSA artillery guys just died around that gun. York got a good shot.
Yep.
Shoot this guy. I don't mind that.
Who was that? Who shot that artillery? Was that Union artillery?
Friendly.
Who just?
That was
Oh
Union.
my goodness.
Are we alright? Everybody alright? This is the
That was a
next
long
one.
fuse time too.
I'm gonna go right.
Oh my god.
Just move it to the right. My company to the right.
It's kind of funny too because the shot hit and then you just saw it hit, and then eventually boom, and it was great.
Those long fuse times are horrifying.
Yeah.
Because
Those
a
are
lot
mute.
of people don't.
Follow the story.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't run fuse times that long, so most people don't know what that little smoking ball is when it impacts.
Flag stay here, company A, up and over.
70
Up and over. Flag stay.
28 minutes left. Union's essentially up a whole morale stage. Looks like most Union teams falling off that corner position, and they're going to go around and hit him in the woods again. Knock him down to break and cap and just finish this game out.
Charge.
Yep.
Those are friendlies.
Union's
Bitch, those are friendlies.
got this in a good position. As long as no one goes in for their early cap, this should be a pretty open and shut.
Yep. Hey, bait, we're bringing some of the bait. Yeah, let's go over here.
Yeah, Viking is pushing his guys up. I don't know why he's pushing up with his 5 guys. I mean, it caused some chaos, that's for sure. Gets one.
Keep shooting, boys.
Looks
Keep
like
Oh.
Malkin is running some interference.
No way. Britt just killed all 3 CSA flags.
Pick the flags up. Pick the colors up, boys.
on the
Get
left,
those
Rambo's
flags
on the
up.
left.
Pick
Well, that props off to Britt there. That's a hard thing to do, especially in the middle of the line.
Yeah, Krabby Brute slamming in now right as that happens.
We're friendly. Boys, everybody turn around. We're getting charged.
CSA now realizing.
Oh, everybody turn around. We're friendly.
Union. Krabby Brute's got lost.
somehow alive.
What?
Damn Yankee fuckers.
Typically, the officer's the first one to die in a charge, but somehow Krabby got in and out.
Fucking slippery
On the
bastard.
ground where you
Jeez Louise. He gets a flag too? Is he gonna get a second one?
Yeah, you flagged?
Yeah, he did.
Holy shit.
Gets another guy too. How is he still alive? Gets another one.
Kill that flag.
Oh,
Oh, finally
Hell
killed by the
yeah, let's go,
artillery
baby.
officer.
indeed. And Union won the charge, and now are sweeping through the Holy crap!
CSA just completely collapsed with that charge to the rear.
They really did. As I was saying last round, Union don't cap. Please don't cap. Please don't cap. Please don't cap. But why are you capping? Get off point.
You fucking cannon, motherfuckers.
Thankfully, this map's got a very forgiving cap point, with it mostly situated on the straight fence in front of the church.
Yeah.
Now, if only friendly artillery would stop hitting Union.
I was watching a Reg match, and one guy said, "How do you tell the difference between friendly and enemy artillery? Friendly artillery will hit you." Ha ha ha. But CSA is so very close to hitting, breaking at this point. CSA can't turtle. You're gonna have a couple of rambles from CSA. This round's basically over, unless CSA very slowly moves out and forces Union to cap. But I think this game's over.
I think it's an open and shut case, especially with artillery respawning on their guns. They're just free
Oh, are
ticket
they
fodder
still
for the Union here.
alive?
Stop yapping, please.
I want to see it. Yeah, I got a couple CSA out and about the woods.
CSA really doesn't have a play of action here. Once Union controls the nipple and this close to breaking, they're going to have to form a full line in the middle of the road, and that's just a giant magnet for Union artillery.
Indeed. CSA charging, or I guess getting close to where Union's holding out on this road on the right. You got two Union companies here. CSA should hit breaking any second. You do have a company from CSA pushing around the right side, a bunch of Rambos down the center. But any second now, CSA is going to hit breaking.
I'm very confused why they chose to try and go for a pincer movement this close to breaking. They won't be able to make it back to point before Union's able to dig in.
And CSA hits breaking. Union's moving out the cap. They maybe could have pre-capped a little bit. It would have been a little tricky though if they did it too early. Rally troopers on the point. There is CSA to the left of point from Union perspective. He's trying to flank around. Is he going to be quick enough though? More Union pouring out of the woods, getting onto the point.
What's that to the
Volunteer's
left?
gonna hurt him, but he won't make him.
Those friendlies?
Yeah.
South. Friendly boys.
What's even worse is they think that's friendly units.
Yeah. What is Rally Trooper doing?
So they've
Why is he?
hesitated.
Guys
Why is SC Volunteer having his guy sit and shoot when you're about to lose the game? Hello? Oh well.
Too long. They're not gonna establish it.
Yeah. Anyways, what are your thoughts for this round?
CSA Union made mistakes, but CSA made far more than Union. It felt like they really just didn't know where they needed to go, and were spread out and disorganized, and frankly, it looked like they weren't communicating.
Indeed. Yeah, Union just straight up, again, dominating just like last round. Doing things as you should. Confederates just making a lot of mistakes on the defense. But, hey, you live and learn. I'd like to thank KennedyFREAK. Thank you for coming on. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, share, subscribe. For more, if you want to support the channel even more, we'll have the link to our Discord in the description, along with merch on our Patreon, where you can get live streams of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos, and get raw gameplay footage of all the broadcasts we do with no commentary and UI. But nonetheless, we appreciate you watching. It means a lot, and I hope you did enjoy. With that all being said, we will see you in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your night.